not sure if you've heard of the Minimalism challenge. It's a challenge whereby every day of the month you declutter a certain number of items. So on the first day of the month you declutter 1 item, 2 items on the second, 3 items on the third, etc, etc, right through to, like in February, it'll be 28 items on the 28th. But I would be so frustrated early on being able to only declutter 1 item, 2 items, 3 items. I think the challenge is really geared to get people started decluttering. So if you've never decluttered before, or you've really got a mental block decluttering, I think it's pretty great to start out slow and just know you've got to declutter 1 item on the first day, because, you know, I'm sure everyone can declutter 1 item. I mean, it can even include rubbish. It doesn't have to. Just take something out of your home, 1 item out of your home. But I saw someone, it was Loopsy, I'm not sure what the proper name is of the channel. I think I'll try and read the link below. She did it in reverse, and I thought, oh, that's a brilliant idea, I could do that. So we are going to start today on the 1st of February decluttering 28 items. And I am in our, well, it was my old study, old scrapbook room. I don't use this room anymore. Christy uses that side for her, not so much her schoolwork, but her like computer games and watching YouTube, things like that. And yeah, the room doesn't get as much love and use as it used to. And I know, well, I've already been working on this room a number of times. I'm sure I can easily find 28 items in here, because in this cupboard, which is going to get this little puppy very excited because there's a bear in here, that's what he's crying for, I have bits and pieces that can be decluttered, hopefully, or moved. I'm just having a look now. Maybe there's not much to, well, I can see things to declutter. So I'm going to grab my 28 items, I'll put them on the table there, and then I'll walk you through them. Okay, I have been through this cupboard. What's left in there is stuff I'm keeping, and I've got my 28 items without any stress. I didn't even have to look at what was on the floor there. We'll do that another day. Okay, so had a bit of a head start because Christy has been going through my old Project Life photo albums and taking all my photos out. So I had 7 albums there and 8. Made that folder was 8. A bit worn, a bit sun damaged, and I've already got a couple of others, so I don't need to keep that one. So that was my 8, and then I've got 2 piles of 10. So both of these containers, that one's in reasonable nick, this one is broken, as you can see. Some pinking shears. Athena will probably want them. I'm going to see if she wants them. Another folder, which is empty now. A little sortie box, don't have any use for that. Bunch of red Solo cups. Have
you got your
one of these, yes I have. A little pot thing, I've got 4 over there. Oh, it's all dark. 4 over there, which I don't know. And as you can see, only 2 have got things in that, oh, you can't see because my camera's being silly. So I've already got the set there of 4. And they must have been from one of the kids.
Yeah, Thea had them in her room.
Thea had them, okay. Actually, she might want that for a nice little pot plant. She could paint it or whatever too. So I'm guessing Thea will want that. Some, I think, Epsom salts for some. What's Koala doing?
You silly.
What are you doing under there, cutie? That little hidey hole. Yes, I've got 2 things of Epsom salt. Some, I think they're my good sewing scissors. Again, I see Thea now is the main sewer in the family, so they may want them. A little plastic container I have no use for. A lid. It's been years since I bought L'Occitane, so I think we used to use it just for storage, but yeah, don't need that. Some kind of pattern, I think. Foam board. Kevin bought this. I wanted the next size up, or 2 sizes up, so I don't have any use for this, so I don't know. Again, it's something Thea likes to go through all my bits and pieces and see what she can use.
She's a hoarder. And
what she can recycle correctly. So I've got 2 like filing things, different direction ones. They're going, I don't know, I counted them in my 28. Bag of elastic bands. I mean, goodness knows that rubber bands, they are so old. I don't even know what they were for. Kids craft obviously at some stage. Who knows if they're any, they're probably not even any good anymore. That one on there is all in bits. Some paper, not paper, some wooden pegs. Again, they're probably for crafting. And 2, as you know, Christmas light containers. One's just got a power thing in it now.
Is the dog head going as well?
No. I'm not going to get rid of Kino's head. So
look funny
that was my 28 items for today, and that was not hard to do it all. And I found a few bits of rubbish, but I didn't even count the bits of rubbish besides the box, I think. I mean, some things are rubbish but weren't being used as rubbish, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's day one. This is my stash for the 2nd of February, which is 27 items. I'll take you through them in a minute. But I went through this cupboard here, so obviously I've still got stuff in there that's staying, but I've taken some things out. I went through the drawers as well. There wasn't much in the drawers. And I went through the cupboard up here where I've taken out a lot of scrapbook albums. So I'll take you through and show you what we're getting rid of today. So I think I'm going to donate this because I have no idea what I'd use it for. It's a collapsible box, but it's probably not big enough for anything that I would use it for. So at this stage it's going. So it's one. Some felt. I don't know what that's from. And then I've got some photo albums, photo frames. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photo frames. And 2 more albums. So that's my 10 items there. This I'm actually counting as one, even though it's got, you know, a myriad of stuff and fluff in there. Get Kevin to say, I don't know, Xbox stuff obviously. So I've got that box, this little thing. We put little lighty, smelly things from there. We've got it in Germany. We've never ever used it. And I think I actually got rid of the smelly things when I did upstairs. Hello, Coda. As I said, I went through and put out a whole lot of these are Smashbook stuff that are empty. I think I pulled ripped some pages out of them, so some had been started. But I've got 1. I'll move it across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got a Project Life book unopened. Hasn't got any pages in it. What's that? 5? I can't count, can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A little bit of paper. 8. A notebook, which that was my old menu planning book, and I thought, well, that's the point of keeping that. That was 9. And then I found a colouring in book. I don't know why we have this still. Had a colouring in book. I think actually this was my colouring in book. I found a whole lot of craft stuff that I don't remember having, and pencils. And yes, I did buy this one for myself when I was going to take up colouring in. You know, and that was a big craze. Don't know if anyone still does it or not, but anyway, a child or an adult, because I had to get an easy one to colour in. To get a children's one, the adult ones are far too hard for me. So that's 20, and then I've actually got more than 7 items here, I think. These are actually done scrapbook things, so obviously some are just going to get chucked away. I mean, it's just about when I made stuff. I enjoyed making things, but one day these photos will be they're probably already in a scrapbook album. These haven't got any journaling, they've just got stickers and photos, so I'm just going to get rid of them because I don't need them. So 1, 2 of them done. These are all done as well. These were little albums I was going to do for the kids. As you said, I haven't got very far. I was going to put all their parties that they got invited to. Like, my children certainly now, as minimalists, wouldn't want this. So, what are you eating, Coda? I don't know what he's eating. So, yeah, that can, I'll get Christy to rip it apart. Her one's a bit more complete, but you know, like, this is the thing, is she's not going to care about parties she went to as a child. So I've got that one. Well, this is my journey from fat to fabulous. Yeah, I didn't quite complete that journey, I don't think. But yeah, I might have a look through that just out of interest's sake, but obviously that's just going to make me feel bad. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is Christy's birthday party album. This was another vacation one I did. But again, it's just all photos, pretty paper, very little, if any, journaling. So it can go. I'll get the pages out, and then that can go on. Gold Coast one, just the same. Looks nice, but big, bulky, not what I'm into these days. Yeah, another one. Oh, this is our houseboat trip that we did. Kevin would like to do another houseboat trip. I said, that'd be quite fun, just the two of us. So, yeah, don't need that. And another one here. Doesn't look like it's finished. No, definitely not finished. What is this one? Just different holidays, it looks like. Nelson's Bay. Yeah, this is one week in Nelson's Bay. So yeah, I'm going to get Christy to pull it apart, and then they'll sell them or we'll donate them. So that's, yeah, that was more than 7. We had to pick a few extras up there, but that's okay. That's day 2 done and dusted. I'm still so tired. I don't know why I'm so exhausted today, but I need to do my declutter. There we go, that's better light. So I'm up to 26 things. I think actually I'll go through the drawers that are in here. Did I finish these drawers? I can't remember. Anyway, I'll gather my 26 things and I'll show you, but I've got to have to clear off some space on. I've still got everything from yesterday there. Okay, I'm not feeling great today. I'm really tired. So it was much more of a struggle to find things because I didn't want to have to go upstairs and I didn't want to have to move around the house too much. So this is what I've collected today. So I have some rubbish. I've just counted that kind of as 1, 2 for the container. This is can be counted as 3 because it did come from the candle collection. Don't know why I'm keeping the empty box. With 3. I've got a cookbook for I'll probably keep the thing, but I'm going to take out. These are all my old menu plans going back years and years. I used to keep them. I don't really know why. I've sort of forgotten I had them. But yeah, obviously I'm vegan now, so I eat differently. So I will throw all them. I don't know what number I'm up to now. What did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll keep that. We've got 6, 7, 8. I don't know what it's for. I'll find out. 9. This little. I mean, obviously some of this stuff's going to be donated. 9, 10. An old Disney autograph book. Is that 10? I think. 11. My goodness. This is all my ephemera from Disney trip, last Disney trip. Pretty much just throw it all out. I used to keep all this stuff, but I have been letting that go over the time. But obviously, for some reason, this one's being kept. So that's going to go. Now I've lost my count again. I'll show you everything and I'll count it again. Some contact and wrapping paper, and that's just a tube that's been wrapped in wrapping paper. Athena might want some of this stuff. I don't know. I think this is Christy made this for me in, or Athena made this for me in woodwork. I'm not sure. One of them made it for me. I think it was Christy. Yeah, I think that can go. A hat. Unless I can work out how to reshape it. But I don't think so. It is made from paper straw. But yeah, I'll have to go and see if it's somehow is the way to reshape it, but probably not. A broken hanger. Who knows where the top bit went. This basket that, you know, I don't love, and it's been sitting in my laundry for probably about 2 years now. Haven't found a use for it yet, so it can go. Another little plastic container. The rest of that system, it clipped together went ages ago. Did I just drop something out of that? Can you know? I just thought it might have been something sharp, but I can't see anything now. No, probably those things. A little IKEA folding box. I've got some of the bigger ones, but that's little size. I don't know what I'd use it for. So again, that can go. And I don't know why we've ended up with a spare punch. Again, I'll see if anyone wants it in the family. If Kevin wants it for work. I don't need a spare punch. I couldn't even tell you last time I used a hole punch. And I think this will make 24. This fan, it's really doesn't put out much breeze, air. So I've got I've got a few that are a lot better than that, so I'll donate that one as well. So I'll just count up, make sure I've got my, what is it, 26 today? Oh, I might not have that many. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I need another 2 things. Alright, let's find 2 things. Not you, Coda. We're not going to throw you out. Is there anything else in this room that can go? I don't want to go upstairs. Do you have 2 things you want to donate to my 26 items? Need one more thing. Thanks, Moo. You know you've got a drawer down the bottom with stuff in it?
No.
What about your tennis racket?
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
It's been sitting there for years.
It's covering up a cockroach at the moment.
Oh, nice.
I only found it there the other day.
Alright, there we go. We got 26 items for today.
I forgot I had that.
Every time I see it there, I think I need to ask you, because you haven't like had tennis. Well, you finished tennis. Did you play in high school at all?
Yeah.
For a few years when you're in high school. Not very long. Can't be very long. You've been a year at uni, plus what?
You take
5.
Plus a year in the IB. There's probably been a little, probably year 8 or year 9 I stopped.
Yeah, so it's been many years since. I mean, it's been a well-used, well-loved tennis racket. It looks like 25 items to declutter, I think. I've already pulled things out, so I went in under here, grabbed a few things from under there, which is that pile there. So I've got a pillow, a nice table runner, which I used to use as Valentine's decorations, but we don't have a coffee table, and I don't decorate for Valentine's, so that can go. A bag, it was just a cheap one that I bought to try out using that size. That's a bit too small for me. Didn't really fit water in it, and my camera, nice, I just need a bit bigger than that, and which I've got. And some sad looking frangipanis. I love them, but they're very sad looking now. I've had them for, well, a very, very long time. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 items, or 5 items going out from there. Then I also went through the dog drawers. So I've been through, and I'll show you what I've taken out. Still more I'm sure I can get rid of, but I might revisit this area at one stage. And I went through here a little bit as well. And I'll show you what has come out of that area. Okay, this is what I pulled out of the laundry. So I found some more of these cases, these little things. I just don't think I need them. I've got some, and these were the smaller ones. I don't think they're the kind of thing I'd use in the motorhome. Although I do wonder now, actually, maybe I can use them, because I've got the new wire baskets. So possibly that size one anyway. But I'm going to count them. They're moving out of the house. Old, crappy, really cheap. Nail scissors for the dogs. I don't think they would do a thing, those ones. My old training thing that used to fit my phone in it at one time, obviously does not fit new phones in it, so that can, well, not my phone anyway. Bailey's seatbelt that he never ever liked. A nightie, which is very disappointing. It's only from this year. It's a Peter Alexander one. I think the first wash, this stuff started coming off. I should have probably sent it back, but nearly it's all worn off them all now. I followed the washing instructions, but it's just not a very comfortable nightie. I don't know why. I think it's the same as the other ones, but it seems to be tight around the neck, and with the thing going off, I think I'll just get rid of it. We don't really need chew stopper anymore. We don't have puppies that chew furniture. Another one of those little pocket bags. A lead that I don't know who we bought this lead for, but it's a very thick band. Don't really want that. So that. A few bandanas are in here for the dogs. And we've got some old Holties. They're probably for the Goldens, I think, probably. Yeah, so I've got some old halties and stuff. And then a whole lot of some training clicker things. Obviously we don't need them. And then these bags. I like these bags, these EnviroSafe bags. These are like the first ones that I bought, oh, goodness knows how many years ago now. But I like them, but they fold up and then they clip around, so they often come undone. Like this one was probably folded up, so they're not the best. I rather want to stash into a bag. But like, I think I had a set of like 6 of those, and they are a really good quality bag. But I like the ones that go into a pouch better, like this one. But this bag is just a little bit small, so cute, but it's a bit too small. I feel you're not going to fit a lot in that bag. And then, oh no, this was probably like the original ones I had. So, and then an old Target bag. It's a nice bag, but I don't really. I've got so many bags and I don't shop much, so. And usually when I go shopping, I will take one of the folding bags. I've actually got to track down the one I was using. I think Athena may have it. One I liked for my bag, but I'll put another one in this sense. So, do you need me to count these all out again? I guess so. Better prove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, and the 4 items up there, so that's 27. So obviously I can't count. Well, I guess if I take these 2 out, that's 25. How many do I need? 25? Okay, 25 items. Not the basket, but 25 items decluttered. I'm after 24 items today, and I'm going to have a look in here because I don't know. Oh, we do have stuff in here. Oh my gosh. Do we have a DVD player?
Yeah.
My gosh. Okay. Most of them look like yours. I've got Koala in the road. Well, this could be an easy declutter today, Kevin. Today's session ended up being very easy. I went through these. That was just full of DVDs. There's still lots of DVDs in there, but they're mainly Kevin's to sort through. I sorted through my lot that I had left, and I'll show you what I'm letting go of. I had some exercise stuff up the top there, which I haven't touched in years. So, in many years. I went through that, and I had a few books. So, I think they're mainly Kevin's. I've got a history of Wollongong, which I will keep, even though I don't think I've ever read it. And all I have down there still is my older scrapbooks. So, I'll show you what I'm getting rid of today. I've got my 24 items. So I started off just looking where I sit, and I had a grateful journal which I filled in 6 times. I don't really enjoy doing it. I do it every so often just because, so I'm gonna have to throw that one out, I guess, because I've started it. I found this cute little Mickey. It's really cute, but I don't use it. Most of it's actually notes, and I don't really need these. These ones are sticky ones, those ones. So someone else can have that and probably enjoy it. Then I found some DVDs that again, most of this stuff's like online now, like on YouTube, so I don't really need to keep these. And again, like I've got a few, I didn't get rid of one organisation one, I think. I wasn't sure about this one, but I didn't count that in the number today. A couple of turned up exercise ones, a yoga one, Jidoro ones I know are online, or if you're a member, to watch. So they can go. Again, my interests have changed. I'm not as into the Jidoro as I was, but I'm still an insider, so I still have access to these DVDs, these movies. These were hard because obviously my days of doing weights at the gym, I don't think they're ever going to come back. I had a bit of an issue with some of this exercise stuff because it's like I have to let go of the old me, and that's hard because I loved exercising so much. I loved doing weights. I loved going to the gym, and even when I started doing the red carpet ready stuff at home, I was so into it. I loved it. I still would do it if I was capable, and I just don't know if I'm ever going to get capable. So I've kept some and letting some go. So I've got a couple of booklet things there going. This band looks pretty rough. I've kept another one which is in probably much better condition. And then like booklets, I've got like different exercise programs. Again, I've got rid of some of these and I've kept some. I've still got heaps of exercises in there. If I ever get back to it, there's still heaps of exercises there, plus what I can find online. I'm going to get rid of my old pair of Val slides because I've got some nice pink ones upstairs, which, you know, obviously I'm not using either. And the last two things, I decided to let go of these two books. This is a beautiful one. This is Goldie. I used to follow on Instagram way back when, and they've been beautiful photos. Lovely coffee table book, but I haven't looked at it in years. And I've got lots of photos of my own puppies, having 4 dogs of my own. So get rid of that one. And this one's all about the Iditarod. Great photos and stories, but again, I'm not gonna probably look at that again. Not as into the Iditarod as I was. Too many other hobbies now.
That's fine.
So that's my 24 items for today, not including that one because I haven't made a decision about that yet. So it is day 6 today, and I think, without checking, I think it's 23 items to declutter. And since it's the weekend, it's pretty hot and our air conditioning is still not working, I decided I'm just going to do a bit of a rubbish declutter. So I went around the house. I had a look. I'll show you anyway. I started off with some jars, and I thought these will go to Athena, but they're being decluttered out of my house. So I had 5 of them, and then I went through to the buffet unit. Didn't really have a lot of in there, but I had 4 items to get rid of. From there, they were in there to see whether we needed them or not, but we haven't used them since, so they can finally go. And then I went into the kitchen, and I found this is the cover for our pizza cutter, but it's never been on because the pizza cutter gets used pretty much daily by Christy. So, just for cutting quesadillas and stuff. So I thought, well, why are we keeping the cover? It's never going to get used. I'm going to get rid of these things. I never liked them. I think Kevin bought them. But we don't reuse them. So they can go. And I found I had 2 rice spoons from the pressure cooker and Instant Pot, so I've just kept one. And I went through the laundry, and also in the kitchen I went through my papers, appliance paperwork, and I just found we've still got this, but actually I probably may just stick it in the thing. I might stick it in the pressure cooker, but I'm going to take it out of the drawer anyway. So I'm going to count it. And then I had some medication or used up asthma stuff in the laundry, and I had to look up how I could dispose of it, and I looked it up yesterday, and I can take these apart. The plastic can be recycled, they just go in the rubbish. And these ones, I think I can pull it apart as well. I was having a look in the laundry, and I think I can pull them apart and just recycle one part of the plastic, and the other will go in the rubbish bin. But that gets rid of, you know, 6 of them out of the house, or 7, 8. 8 items. I'm not going to count them as 8, but 8 items. I've also got over here some expired medication, which I now know can go back to any chemist in Australia. You can return expired medication or unwanted medication. So I'll get a bag for that. And I'll also check up through our medications as well before I take it around. But we're around there all the time, so it's not like it's a hardship to drop it off. I also went through my desk. The rest of the paperwork comes from the desk. So we had some, you know, a stack of concert or show tickets that we didn't get to see this year last year because of lovely COVID. I went through some scripts that have expired. One to expired. A little sticker book I found. I thought I'm not going to use this, so I'll pass that one on to someone who can use it. Then I had some other paperworks. So I've got a stack of paperworks and a couple of brochures that I'm going to get rid of as well. So, shall I count them for you? I'll start with here because I'm probably just going to lump ones together over there. So we had the 4, 5, let's just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I don't know, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and if we count back through here, there's more than 23 items. So, and obviously I could count all these separately too if I wanted to, but let's just go, that's 23 items for today.